Hello, welcome to today's reading. I'm Jenny, an intuitive channeler, and welcome to my channel. If you're new, welcome, and if you're returning, welcome back. So I'll just quickly let you know how my messages come through and then we'll dive straight in. So they come through as a series of words, phrases, sometimes little scenarios played out in my head, and then what I do is I back it up with tarot and get clarification. So I will let you know that my messages don't reach that many people, so if you've clicked on this today, the chances are there's something in here that you were meant to hear. But as always with any tarot readings online, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Okay, don't try and force the story to fit. Okay, so we'll dive straight in. So the first message that came through, and this is one of the loudest, clearest messages I've had in a long time, it was pay attention to how your body feels. So I think the tendency with us all is to, be in our heads and think about things logically. It's that whole, what looks good on paper type of thing. But actually, is your body telling you that something's not right? Are you getting sort of aches and pains? Do you feel like in the pit of your stomach if something's not right? What's your gut reaction when something's said or, a decision that you're trying to make? So the key here is just to try and lean into how your body is communicating with you. The other thing is, if you have symptoms at the moment, physical symptoms, emotional symptoms, what's the underlying reason? Your body, that's how it communicates with you, lets you know when something's not right, and it's not just with things that are medical, it's with things that are emotional, mental, that sort of thing as well. I remember having a very visceral reaction to somebody once where I felt like my skin was actually crawling. So it's that sort of thing. It's like, don't override it with logic. That is your intuition talking to you. Now, when I've drawn tarot cards for this one, I normally pull two tarot cards per channeled message. But when I did this one, 3 jumped out at me. So first of all, I got the Proclaimer. Oh, I've forgotten to bring over the deck that I'm using. It's Transient Light, this deck. So the Proclaimer, in the traditional tarot, this one's the Hierophant. So, it may be that there are rules you're having to follow. Sorry, I apologise about the noise. There's people in the building today. So yeah, it might be about rules that you're having to follow. Things that don't feel right. If you see here, there's the book with the crossed keys on it. It's almost like something's locked away from being able to be changed. It's like a rule book. That's what this is reminding me of today. But the elephant in the image, the elephant never forgets, is what's coming through with this one when I look at this image. And it's, your body remembers even if your mind doesn't. So your subconscious remembers when something isn't right. So, for example, you're giving a relationship another go, or you're taking on a similar sort of job to one that wasn't right before, entering into a friendship that doesn't feel right but on paper looks good. It's all that sort of thing. So yeah, just your subconscious is remembering and giving you the bodily nudges to listen to. And, on the flip side of this as well, your body can tell you when something is right. I know for me, I get this like puppy dog excitement when I know something's right for me. So it could be something like that as well. So the key here is to just really start to tune in to how you feel with things. Now, alongside this one, I got the 3 of Vessels, so it's the 3 of Cups, and then also the 4 of Swords in reverse. And I got this in reverse last time we did a reading as well. So it's funny that that's come through again. So the 3 of Vessels, now that's all about sort of spending time with others, teamwork perhaps. Now the 4 of Swords, when it's in the upright position, is all about taking rest. So I think for it to come out in reverse is suggesting that maybe rest is what you need, and this is what you're not listening to your body about, perhaps. So, maybe it's feeling like you should or you have to, there's an obligation to be socialising, or maybe this is just the norm for you, but actually your body's telling you to take a rest. Yeah, I think that's the message that's coming through. You'll see when I'm doing this as well that I get the little like aha type of moments as the insights drop in. Yeah, so I think it's all about putting yourself first here. I think maybe you're the type of person who doesn't always, or that you do want to spend time with others and socialise and be doing and, you know, whatever else it is that you enjoy doing, but just at the moment, for whatever reason, you're not listening to your body when it's telling you to rest. Okay. Now, the next message that came through was keep doing what you know works. And this might be something like a self-care practice that you have, a routine that works for you. It might be things like eating well, making sure you're exercising, taking time alone if you need it, spending time with friends if you need it. I know that contradicts what I've just said before, but like I say, these are general readings. It may be that you have a spiritual practice. So what Spirit is advising you to do is to pull back to that. And that's what's going to help you get this rest that is needed. So pull back to a routine that is for you. You know, no obligations to others. I know we all have obligations that we can't get out of, but maybe it's just about discernment here. I think, you know, have to take a look at what is absolutely necessary and what's not. For example, I've got 2 young boys. I don't get a choice in whether or not they get looked after. They need looking after. But, you know, it's about stripping out those things that we have labelled as obligations that aren't actually necessary at the moment. You know, your true friends, family, if you let them know that you need rest and, you know, you need a bit of time to yourself, they'll be understanding. Well, the ones that are for you will be. You'll soon see who's not when you start to put those boundaries in place. Okay, now when I pulled this card, when I pulled the cards for this message, I got the 4 of Vessels, the 4 of Cups, and Judgment in reverse. So we'll start with the 4 of Cups, the 4 of Vessels. You can see here, I think this is really nice, and it really nicely illustrates what I've just been saying about self-care. You can see the watering can and the 3 different plants here. So it's like a succession of growth. So starting out, you know, pretty depleted here. It's not looking too healthy, isn't this plant? But, you know, the more energy you're putting into your own self-care, the more you're going to grow and start to turn into this like beautiful little sapling here. So that sometimes surprises me still, does tarot, when that came out, you know, alongside this particular message. Now the Judgment in reverse, this is all about stop giving yourself a hard time. You know, that's what this is feeling like to me. Yeah, it feels like you not giving yourself permission to rest, you maybe berating yourself for not being able to do everything that you want to do and for needing a rest. You know, we are not wired to be doing as much as we're doing, you know, in this modern age. Oh, makes me sound old, doesn't it? But yeah, I think that harsh critic in our minds, you know, it's there a lot, isn't it? So like saying that we're not deserving, not worthy of rest, not worthy of sort of giving to ourselves first. So I think, you know, for this to have come out in reverse, that's what feels like is happening. Perhaps you're sort of giving yourself a bit of a hard time. So I think that's why it's really important, that first message, and I think that's why that first message came out so loud and so clear. Pay attention to how your body actually feels. You know, what do you feel like your body is telling you it needs? Does it need rest? Does it need to go for a nice walk? Does it need to socialise? You know, really get quiet and still and pay attention to that. Okay, now the final channeled message that came through was, I don't want to make that decision yet. So there is something for you guys that is weighing heavy. And I think maybe that's why you're not giving yourself the opportunity to rest, because there's something weighing over you and you feel like you need to be doing to it's either a procrastination thing, it's sort of like an avoiding tactic. Sorry, I'm just really aware that the reflection of the light on my glasses. Where was I? So yeah, it's either a procrastination thing where you need to be doing all the time because you know there's this decision that needs to be made and actually you're just stalling, or it might even be that the decision is that you need to start putting yourself first, and that might be going against the grain of how you've lived up until now, you know, especially if you're sort of hardwired to be a people pleaser, if that's in your nature, this might feel like a really difficult decision, but you know, actually I need to take a step back from whatever it is. You know, this thing that I pulled out at the beginning, where's it gone there? The Three of Vessels, whatever this social situation is, whatever it is that's not feeling right in your body, that's not allowing you the time to rest. So it might be that it's a really big decision to put yourself first. But you know, for that Judgment card to come out last, upside down rather, it's yeah, it feels like a worthiness thing, a self-worth thing. So there is nothing bad about putting yourself first. It's when you start to do that, that actually you're in a better position to be able to give. If you're in a better position to be able to receive in the first place, receive for yourself, give to yourself first, it goes out more naturally, it flows more naturally. When you're not giving to yourself and you're trying to give to others from an empty cup, this is when things like bitterness and resentment can start to kick in, because that's what leaves you feeling depleted for yourself. And you're like, oh God, I have to do this. Oh no, I need to do that. I should do this. And it's that, like, again, it comes back to that feeling obliged to do something for someone else. So yeah, pull back to yourself. I know it might seem sort of counterintuitive that's what you need to do to be in a better position to be there for others. But self-care really does start here. It's the whole oxygen mask coming down in the airplane sort of analogy, isn't it? They always tell you to put your own on first before you put it on others. So it's the same thing, you can't give from an empty cup. So when I asked for tarot as backup about I don't want to make that decision just yet, the cards that I got through were the Champion of Wands, so this is the Knight of Wands, and the Ace of Vessels, the Ace of Cups. I'll start with the Champion of Wands. So this is sort of having an enthusiasm to move forwards with something. It's almost like an excitement. So letting yourself get excited about something to move forward. Now the Ace of Vessels, in this particular deck, when I pull this one out, it's almost like, it's like going with the flow. So putting out whatever it is that you're wanting to do, whatever it is that you're wanting to move towards, whatever you're wanting to step away from, casting it out, seeing where it takes you. It's kind of like trusting that you will be delivered to whatever is right for you. But you need to make that decision first to be able to do that. It's not gonna, you know, things rarely get offered to us on a plate if we're not already in a place to be able to accept them, if that makes sense. Okay, so yeah, self-care is the key with this one. Listen to your body and what it needs. So I'm going to leave this message there, nice, short and sweet one today. If any of it's resonated, as always, click the like button and leave me a comment down below. Yeah, subscribe to the channel, hit the little bell icon to be notified when I post new content. But yeah, thank you very much for joining me in this space today, and I wish you well on whatever it is that you're getting excited about and making a decision about. Got that little thing on my glasses. Ooh, I've left a light on over there, that's what it is. Okay, I shall very much look forward to seeing you again next time. Bye bye.